Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell Plan, and today I'm setting up my self-care planner for August. This video, I don't think it goes live until after August has started, but I'm prepping this. It is the 29th, so I am prepping it ahead of time. I have been using my Go Wild self-care planner for the past several months. I used it for May, June, and July. So I'm just now moving into the self-care planner to actually use. I've made videos and stuff in the past showing this planner, but this is the first time I'm actually like moving into it. So I am going to start setting up this for my August so that I can start planning with it. I've been going back and forth on if I wanted to put this in my, I have a Franken planner where I keep everything together. I've been trying to decide if I wanted to put this in with that or if I wanted to keep it separate. I'm still trying to decide. I'm thinking I may keep it separate just because it's such a bigger planner and it just takes up more space. I don't really have a ton of extra space on my Franken planner because I shove so much onto those discs. So I may just leave this one separate. Plus, this isn't necessarily one that I need to take around with me. Like if I'm going to a doctor's appointment or something, I don't know, maybe I would take this. Now that I say it out loud, I'm like, oh, maybe I would. Anyway, we're going to use the date stickers that are in the self-care sticker book to date this monthly view because it is an undated planner, which is great. I love that this planner is undated because we don't always, while we should make time for self-care and reflection and journaling all the time because taking care of ourselves is important, it can be hard to squeeze it into our busy schedules. So I like that this planner, that's why I made it undated, because I didn't want you to waste months. I wanted you to be able to use this planner when it was convenient and when it worked for your schedule. So it's a 6-month planner, but you may not use it every single month. So that is why we left it undated. It does, dating an undated planner, it's not my favorite activity, but sometimes it's also just kind of like therapeutic. And part of me, I'm not going to lie, is like sitting here like, Heather, you need to fast forward through this dating of the planner because this is boring content. But then the other part of me is like, it's kind of relaxing to date an undated planner. And it also is kind of giving me some time to just like chit chat with you guys. So, we're just going to chat. One thing that I have always tried to do with my channel, and some of you may have noticed, some of you may have not, is that I don't actually like edit my videos a whole bunch. Because I want my videos to have the vibe of you just sitting down to plan with a friend. Like, oh, we're just hanging out, me and you're sitting down with Kell Plan to plan your week. And so I don't want it to feel like overly produced or something like that, because I want it to just feel like we're planning together. And I think that kind of ties in here with this dating of the planner. Like, this isn't very fun and exciting, but it is something that we are doing together while we plan. So if you're bored, I apologize. I'm really excited to dive into this self-care planner this month. My self-care planner has been so important to me lately. As most of you know, if you've been watching my channel for probably any amount of time, then you probably know that I had a baby in December, and it was my second baby in less than 2 years. My babies are 21 months apart. Sorry, I'm trying to, yes, there are 31 days in August. That's what I thought. Just wanted to double check. And I love it. I love them. I love being a mom, but I would be lying if I said it was easy. Zeke is 27 months old now. And actually today, the day that I'm filming this, he turned 7 months old. Did I say 27 months? Definitely meant 7. I don't know what I said. 7 months old. And while it has been the best 7 months with him, it has been the hardest 7 months too. It is so hard to have 2 babies. It is hard to like even just leave the house. Even just leaving the house is so hard. Just to get everyone ready and the bags prepped and out the door and the schedules and the pumping and the milk and the feedings, and it's just a lot. I'm tired like all the time. I am pumping for Zeke, and so I'm sticking to that pump schedule, which means I haven't slept through the night. He sleeps through the night now, but I still get up at 3 a.m. every single night to pump. And so I'm just tired and I'm overwhelmed and I'm a little bit lonely just because it's so hard to leave the house. It means I don't get out much. I don't see my friends often. I pretty much am just home all the time, working or with my babies. And while I love it and I'm so thankful, it's also, you know, it's hard mentally and emotionally. And I feel like, especially like in the past, I don't know, month or two, I feel like I've been struggling a little bit more just with kind of like my mental health around being a mom. And I used to be someone who just was always on the go all the time. And now I'm not, because I have babies and it's just harder. Like, it's like if Zeke's not napping, then Amelia's napping. And if Amelia's not napping, then Zeke's napping. Or if neither one is napping, then I need to pump, or we need to feed, or I need to cook dinner, or there's just always something, I feel like. And so it's like, if we're going to go anywhere, it's like we have these pockets of time during the day that we can actually leave. And sometimes those pockets don't even exist. And then when we get out the door, one of them is crying, and it's just a lot. And then like bedtime, oh my gosh, bedtime alone has been like stealing my sanity lately. Because now they kind of go to bed at the same time. But Amelia went through a phase where she needed one of us to be laying right next to her in order to go to bed. Thankfully, I think we have pushed through that phase, because that was a lot. Zeke goes to bed. I mean, he's not hard. He just takes forever, and he wants like a ton of milk at bedtime. So he just takes a long time to get to bed. So it's just a lot. Like, it's just a lot. And so all of this to say, I am very thankful for my self-care planner, because when I made this planner, I think I designed this planner like before Zeke was even born. I designed it really, really, really long time ago because I wanted to have this layout in our Go Wild swag, which I had to order pretty early because Go Wild was in April and I needed it here before then. So I designed this, I think, even before Zeke was born, and I had no idea how much I would need it, how much I would honestly kind of treasure it. I have loved filling it in. I don't fill it in every single day. I try, but there are days or weeks that I just don't get to it because, you know, you can't get to everything. But I just show myself grace with that, and I'm like, it's okay if we didn't get to it today. I'm going to put a sticker up here, I think. There's hope even when your brain says there is not. I like this quote because it's a good quote, but I also like the way it's designed because it's really easy to just put right here. And then I can come in here and put some cute stickers. Anyway, it's really good for me to kind of like have the time to self-reflect on my days and see how they're going and see how I'm feeling, and just have a place to journal about the hard parts of being a mom to two. Because obviously, if you have followed me for any long period of time, you know it took us a long time to have babies. And I love them so much. I would not trade them for anything. But it's also just so freaking hard. So I love having this space to remember that. I don't necessarily share it a lot because I feel like some of the things that I'm writing in here are a little more personal, and I don't necessarily want them like all over the internet. So it's like this catch-22 of like, I want to show you guys how I'm using this planner, but I don't want to necessarily show all the things that I'm writing in it. We're going to put this right here for August. And then we're going to take the other one and put it on the back. So, anywho, that is how I'm setting this page up. And what I do on this page, you're probably like, well, what do you do here? I like to write an affirmation every day. Just something short and sweet, like you are enough, you're doing a great job, you're a good mom, your kids love you, you love your kids, just short little things. I like to letter them in these boxes and just fill up the month with affirmations. And then over here, I think I might track things that I'm grateful for this month. I just think that's a good practice too. Then this is our weekly checklist. So this is going to be for today. Actually, no, this is going to start next week. So we're going to go August 5th. August 5th through the 11th. And then we have different habits that we want to track. So I'm going to put unplug after dinner. I try not to use my phone in between dinner and bed. Time for the kids. Read for 1 hour a day, which I have been much better about now that I have a Kindle. 15-minute walk. This doesn't happen every day, but it helps whenever it does. I try to go outside every day just so that I get out of this freaking house, even if I'm not going anywhere. It's just nice to get out of the house. And then down here, this is a gratitude tracker, but our self-care planner, we actually have stickers for this. So, actually we don't. I lied. I thought we did, but we don't. This is where I track things that I'm grateful for. We have stickers for these pages. So before we move over there, I'm gonna add a few more. I'm gonna put this right here. And I'm actually gonna put this as a habit for this week. I'm gonna put take a bath. I obviously take a shower like every day, but I love a good bath because I just feel like it's a time that I relax the best. So I'm gonna try and take 3 baths this week. That sounds magical. I don't know if I'll actually get to, but that's the point of a habit tracker. You may not actually get to, but it's like a place to track the goals that you want to achieve, even if you don't actually get to them. Okay, so then over here, we're gonna date this for August 5th. And then this will be August 6th. And I don't set up the whole month, but I do like to kind of set up for a little bit. So let's go to these boxes. Most rewarding interaction today. We're going to, because I don't really go anywhere on Mondays, we're still going to write about our most rewarding reaction, but we're going to put it in a box. And then where it says overall today was, oh, these actually fit up here. Midday check-in, I can do because I'm in my office. But on Tuesday, actually I am in my office on this day too. But on Wednesday of this week, I am not going to be at home midday. So I already know I'm not going to be doing a midday check-in, which is fine. So I'm just going to cover that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover up where it says midday check-in. And then we can use that box for something else. So we're going to go August 7th, August 8th, August 9th, August 10th, and August 11th. And then what I like to do over here is I like to do a reflection for the week. So I usually put a box here and a box here. And then that's going to be like a bright. Let's take this one. And I'm going to write reflection. And then I just like to journal about my week. What was good? What was bad? What did I struggle with? How did my journal help me? Things like that. So then this is Wednesday. Thursday, I already know I'm not going to be in my office, which is where I keep this. And I know I've learned through a few months of using this planner that if I'm not in my office, I'm not going to do the midday check-in. So I'll just go ahead, cover it up, use it for something else. Friday I am in my office. Saturday and Sunday I try to do it during nap time because I'm usually home. But we'll see. And then I usually don't decorate these pages until after I fill them in because I want to be sure that I have the space to write. Then the last thing that I'm going to do to kind of set up August is I'm going to go to this page at the beginning of the month. And I'm going to set it up. We're going to put a monthly mood tracker, which has been really interesting to keep up with. And then there is a self-care bucket list. So we're going to put that down here. And then I think I'm going to grab my Pastel Basics book. And I'm going to go to the size box that I want. And we're going to put some of these in. All right, and then I think I'm going to put one. Okay, so then I'm going to come over here. One of my bucket lists is to take a walk, honestly, multiple times a week. So we're going to put that in. Buy yourself flowers. I love this. This is so easy to do. Like, go to the store, buy yourself some flowers. But there's just something about having, like, fresh flowers in the house. There really is. Do something just for fun. I need this. Take a break from work. Take a break from our schedule. Do something just for fun. That sounds really good. Watch your favorite movie. Why does this make me want to cry? Just thinking about, like, taking the time to watch my favorite movie. I need to do that too. Get a massage. I need a massage. We're going to make that a bucket list item for this month. Get a massage. And then let's do an easy one. Color a picture. I love coloring. I can do this with Amelia. Easy to do. I don't want to make an overwhelming bucket list because I know I'm not going to do all of those things in 1 month. But I like having just a few things down here just to kind of like have a goal. And then up here, let's actually do the green just because of this green down here. And we're going to do another reflection, but this is going to be a monthly reflection. So I'm going to letter the word reflection. And then I'm going to write monthly. And then I want to pick colors that kind of go with these colors down here. Yeah. And then I usually will keep these kind of set apart. I don't put them back because I want to be able to find them. So feeling happy, I'm going to do yellow. Sad should be blue. Motivated is going to be the green. Sad is going to be the blue. Happy is going to be the yellow. Agitated is going to be the orange because I don't like orange. It agitates me. Unwell is going to be this mint. And then anxious, we're going to do purple. All right, and then I'm going to use those to track my mood for the month. So, and then I've just kind of set these aside on my desk so that I can easily grab them. So that is me setting up for August in my self-care planner. Thanks for hanging out with me and just kind of chatting through how this is currently working for me. If you're using your self-care planner, I'd love to hear how it's working for you. If you haven't grabbed one, we still have some on our site. If you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and happy planning.